Welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show. The show is designed to give you solutions to your day-to-day management and leadership problems. It's hosted by Matthew Haddock, a frontline manager and leader with over 25 years of experience. If you're ready, then let's get on with the show.
Hi and welcome to the Manager Matt podcast show, a weekly show designed to give you actionable tips and advice that can really get the wins you need as a manager and leader. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode and share it with everyone else who would really get the benefit. Right, without any more delays, let's get on with this week's show. So, I've been thinking around how, as a leader and a manager, you really get the best out of your time with your team. And it's very tricky sometimes to know what you're doing that really adds value, what you're doing that's maintaining the relationships with your peers and your stakeholders, and what actually does the business to get the guys on board and drive you forward in a leadership position. Obviously around delivering results, because that's what we're always there to do, and not delivering results at every sort of opportunity is a failure of a leader and a manager sometimes, because you can be the best person at doing a certain part of your job, but if you fail to get the real big wins and get the delivery, then you're going to fail altogether. So I kind of boiled it down and I thought, well, I'll do a mind map, which I quite like doing, and boil down different elements of what I thought was good around management and leadership. And I've got about 13 different areas. And what I want to do is every week or every couple of weeks, just explore one element of them and go through them as almost like an idea of how myself would use these ideas to, almost like the concept of leadership going forward. And the biggest part in all leaders, and whatever you say, is going to be around people. So the first section I'm going to talk around today is around, funnily enough, people. And the people you've got that do the doing, the people you've got around you that make sure the place is safe, the people you've got there that fix the machines. This covers everyone. Everyone. And I'm not just talking about operational, you're talking about people who answer your phones, your receptionists, the people who clean the place, the people who are the account handlers, the people who are in your R&D, in your development. Every one of them is a person. Every one of them's people for now. We don't know what's going to happen with AI, but I'm not going down that route. And maybe by saying AI, I've exposed myself to be cloned, but that's a different subject. So all the people will need certain things that make them tick and make it happen to them. So let's start with people and just look at the part of people. And people are so complicated. We all know we're complicated. There's so many things that drive us. There's certain things that are happening in your 24-hour days that'll affect the way you are, the mood you are, the way you react to people. Your preconceptions about certain elements of people is in there. The way you've been brought up, the people you're around you in your social circle, all add to the people side of it. And every one of us is like that. Every one of us is different. So let's just do some generalisation. I know it's quite a leap there from saying everyone's different, but just do some generalisations. But this is what I boiled it down to. These are the areas that I think you can really make a difference as a people leader and a people manager. And the first one is around hygiene factors. What do I mean by that? Well, as a manager and a leader, you've got to make sure that you are putting in the basic things that make people want to come to work, the basic things. So if it's in an office basis, it's making sure there's something as simple as the temperature's right. I know it sounds crazy. The access is safe to get into the place. The IT structure works. You can turn your computer on and it works. The internet connects. All those things are hygiene factors. It's on the shop floor. It can be as simple as the water cooler has got the right, there's got water in it. The tea and coffee making facilities work. The microwaves work in the restroom. The air conditioning works. The Wi-Fi works. All these are hygiene factors that we can really make a difference in nailing those first. Whatever you do, get your hygiene factors first. And they're going to be different. What you think about yourself and how you are driven in your environment, but also go down and see what the guys and girls on the lines and on the shop floor and the sales floor are doing, because their hygiene factors may be different. So let's just make sure you're looking at it from their eyes, you're walking in their shoes, and you're seeing what you can do to address them. And some of them are going to be in your control. Some are very simple to do. Some of the examples I've just given, make sure the tea, coffee's there, make sure there's fresh milk, easy. Now, when it comes to pay rises, which again, people talk around, they're more difficult. You're not going to be able to do pay rises as much. So what else can motivate them? So that's the first point. So make sure your hygiene factors are right. Secondly, listen to your people. Truly listen. So not just listen because you're having a weekly brief or a monthly brief. Listen all the time. Have conversations. Have human moments with your people. Get to know them and make sure that you are understanding what plays into their days, what's making a good person deliver results and what's not, what's holding them back. Clear the path for them. Make sure you're truly listening to them. And obviously, with that means that you're actually acting on what they say. If you listen and just go, yeah, walk away and forget it, give them an opportunity to have a truly listening point. So that is in the day when you're round and about, is have a real good listen to what you guys are doing and what's happening in their world. The third point is to get the team to have some wins. So make sure you're winning. Get some wins for those guys, whatever it is. Even if it's small wins, make sure you get in the team to have small wins every day, every week. It drives momentum. It works on the other factors. It works on the fact that you're listening to them, so you're truly listening, and it works to the fact that you're getting those hygiene factors nailed. So really get some team wins. And it doesn't mean taking them off site and doing, whatever. It means just getting some wins in there. Fourth point, communication both ways. So you talked about truly listening, but also make sure that they've got a chance to communicate, but they get a chance to listen and also they get a chance to act. Because as a manager, a lot of the time it's you telling them what to do. As a leader, you're trying to influence, but as a manager, you're definitely doing tasks. Do this by this time, do that by that time, do this many KPIs by this time. But make sure the communication channels can work both ways. And that means having a system in place. Could be something formal like an information board or a suggestion scheme, or it could be something as informal as making sure your one-to-ones are working and your communications is both way. Fifth on my list is develop a talent pipeline and a plan for those people. So this is around seeing where your talent is and making sure you identify those guys as being talent and give them an opportunity to grow. So you identify the talent in your team, get them on board with where you're going, and they get a plan for them to grow. Now, you can think of a bell curve in all situations in the world, but definitely when it comes to talent, you're going to have your middle of the ground guys doing the work, really getting the stuff done. They're brilliant. You've got to have those guys. You're going to have the people at the bottom end, which you're going to put a bit of effort in because they're not pulling the weight. They need a performance improvement plan. They need a bit more encouragement. But the guys at the top, we sometimes forget about. We leave them because you just think they're good. And those are the ones who are going to have a flight risk. They're going to be wanting to leave because they feel like they're not being told as being talent. So why not get those guys, get them a development plan, sit down in your one-to-ones and your feedback sessions and go through what you can do for them. And you'll soon find that they'll lift their game even more if they feel that you genuinely care, that they want to go somewhere. You're giving them a training plan, you're giving them an exposure to certain levels, because you need to identify those people in your teams to be the next you, or the next shift manager, or the next floor leader, or whatever you do. So make sure you've got a development plan, you're telling them, and you've got the pipeline in place. Sixth on my list, include all the team. It's so easy sometimes to have all these great things, but only concentrate on a certain people. Now, naturally, we said at the beginning, birds of a feather flock together. It's very easy to slip into that, and you can have that with people you just seem to get on with, or you click with. They follow the same football team, or they're in the same kind of social circles. But remember to include all your team, because the talent is in the whole, much more than the individuals. So make sure you've got those talent conversations, but also including them in everything you do. Even if it's something you'd think has been a lower end of your job spec, those guys have got such an input. I talked about cleaners at the beginning. First person who gets missed in a business is the person who changes the toilet roll and cleans the toilets and empties the rubbish bins. The managing director could be missing for months and no one would really notice, would they? But as soon as the bins, or let's face it another way, as soon as the vending machine runs out of food, that's when you see your problem. So make sure you include all your team at all levels. So next on my list is clear their path. Make it easy for them to win. That's your whole job. As a manager and leader, when you're going in, it's not about making you look good. It's not about glorifying you. It's around making sure that those guys are winning. Every day they're going in and they feel like they're winning because you've cleared the path. You've made it easy for them. And that means that their winning will make you good. You don't have to do anything but make sure that your team has got every tool it needs has every piece of information, it understands what it has to do, then you can let them get on. You don't need to micromanage them, you just need to clear the path, make it easy for them. And that leads into my final point. Deliver results through them, but with them. Results and all the rest of it will come if you've got a good team, understands what it's got to do, it's been given the freedom to do it, and you've cleared the path. But also, those results that are delivered are through them. With you helping, with you supporting, but it's with them. And you've really got to understand that you can't do it. You just can't do the results. You've got to let your team do it. If you don't, then you're going to fail. It's as simple as that. Anyone who thinks they can do everything in a business is either a one-man band or has not got the idea of what management and leadership is. So let's just quickly recap those points I've made. At number 1, get the hygiene factors right. Number 2, truly listen. Number 3, get the team the small wins. Number 4, communicate both ways. Number 5, development of a talent pipeline and plan. Number 6, include all your team. Number 7, clear their paths, make it easy for them to win. And number 8, deliver results through them, but with them. And that is the people section of my idea of management and leadership. Well, thanks for listening. And as always, I'm really keen to hear your feedback on this episode or other episodes. Please send it to managermattpodcast@gmail.com and to all the emails, and would love to engage on old and new subjects. And remember, whatever you've listened today, words are cheap. It's all about action. So please take these 8 points and start using them today. Well, that's it for Manager Matt this week. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Thank you so much for listening to this Manager Matt podcast. We hope you found it interesting, helpful and actionable. One last thing, please leave a quick review on iTunes or with your podcast provider, as it helps to spread the word of Manager Matt. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the podcast, and if you did like anything in particular, send an email to managermattpodcast@gmail.com or visit managermatt.co.uk for more content. Feedback is a gift, so let's keep giving. See you next week.